Hey guys, I'm Theodore, and as you may have seen, this year started 24 days ago. I can't believe it, to be honest. But it's about to be over in a few hours for all of us. And I know the thumbnail of this is maybe a little too dramatic, and probably because it's literally ripped off of Better Call Saul. But I didn't want to end off the year with Markiplier dies in Roblox. 2024 was indeed probably the most interesting year of my life. I don't know if I would say it was better than 2023, but I definitely preferred it for some parts. Originally, I wanted to do a video doing a recap of my YouTube journey because, in case you didn't see my community posts, I'm planning on moving away from Roblox and the internet as a whole. But I'll talk more on that at the end of the video. But I felt like recapping my 2024 might be a better idea for the end of the year, so that's what I'm gonna do. Alright, we kick off the year in Barcelona, where I celebrated the New Year's Eve. Probably the most miserable one of my life, since we spent the first minutes of it running to see a firework that we didn't even see. And then I got depressed, like literally 20 minutes into the year, because I was like, oh fucking hell, this year ain't gonna be any different from last year. Because I was very depressed last year. My dad came up to me and said, "Hey, you don't know what's gonna happen, fucking retard. Just stop bothering me." And then I felt hopeful. And that is how most of the year played out, just in 1 hour. Half of it was spent being depressed, and the other was spent trying to feel joy, which I achieve most times, but I don't want to depress you if that's even a word. So the year started, came back from Barcelona, and I could go on my computer again. And I was also beginning to actually like high school this year, since I realized you have so much liberty in the class, which is pretty good. And it felt like there was some sort of cohesion between everybody in the class, which is something that's never happened to me before that. Like in middle school, it was pretty split, the class usually. And I also started the year on YouTube with a FNAF 2 video, which has the most boring thumbnail ever. The video itself is pretty meh, to be honest. Just a Markiplier video, but 10 years later. On Roblox, we're true gamers. We were playing a lot of Tower Defense Simulator, TDS for short. From like October of last year all the way up to October of this year, so pretty much a year of playing a game on Roblox. I think I spent like more than 500 hours on this game, and I'm glad I'm done with it, but I'll explain it a bit later. And we're also trying to play new games outside of TDS from Roblox, but we couldn't find anything we really like, which might have been a sign for the end of the year. And speaking of foreshadowing, I did exactly that back in February with this quote. And looking at the state of the group right now, it is completely true. And I also tried new games outside of Roblox in February, like Portal and Portal 2, as well as Portal 3, 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, which are all great games, and GTA 5, which I didn't really stick to, but might try to finish it some days. And I also installed Getting Over It, which funnily enough is the game I played the most on Steam this year, with 24 hours on it and over 50 wins. Also tried out Poppy Playtime for the first time. I really liked it, especially Chapter 3. And I'll probably play Chapter 4 when it releases. Anyways, back on Roblox in late February, they announced a new event, and it was almost Easter, so everybody thought to themselves, yeah, it's an egg hunt. They haven't done that in 4 years. They're gonna bring it back. They did have it. They did the hunt. There were no eggs apparently. And what you did in it, you go in games and complete quests centered around, I don't know. With their requests, there was definitely something. And definitely gave me and True Gamers hope for future Roblox events, which might have been a mistake, but it was an alright event for the fact that we didn't get one in 4 years, a proper one. Also forgot to mention that at the same time I was watching Better Call Saul, and I finished that show in late April, and it was a great series. I really love watching it. And now that it's out of the way, I guess I'll just rewatch Breaking Bad again. Also released a video back in March about me and Eclipse beating hardcore, which was really fun to do and edit, and it's probably one of my favorite videos that I've made. And then April started by me being depressed. Yeah, I don't know what happened to me during the holidays of April, but I really got depressed. Probably because I was away from school, which I loved at this point, and also because I was in the last season of Better Call Saul. And it gets pretty dramatic around here. Nonetheless, I got over it when I was in Normandy with my family, and we had some great holidays there, so I got better once I got back to school. Then I started Breaking Bad all over again, as I told you, and I also remembered about my YouTube Minecraft world that I hadn't touched since November of last year, when I started a project on building a village, and I motivated myself to do it and make a video out of it, which released on my birthday on June 17th. And another one which came out 2 weeks later on June 28th, where I beat the Ender Dragon. And it was also the day that I was finally on summer holidays after doing a job for 2 weeks, and watched Terminator 2 with friends, and finished Splatoon once again, and finished Breaking Bad once again, and then watched El Camino the next day once again. Yeah, it was a lot of stuff happened in the end of June. But back in early June, one of my friends called Alexander told me in my class he liked a girl in the class, and we all told him to talk to her, so he did, and as a totally normal friend, I'm stalked on them on their dates, and they formed quite a good relationship for a month, and then they moved on to something else. I don't know, it's love, I guess. I also said goodbye to my class for 3 months because it was the summer holidays, and I also started talking more to a girl I used to hang out with back in middle school. Her name's Anna, and she's pretty stupid. Like, she's not really the smartest person, but I liked her, so we spent the next 2 months of the summer talking together. And then I started watching The Boys back in mid-July. I love the show, although the last season didn't feel as great as the others. And the show doesn't feel as genius as Breaking Bad, but it was still a good show nonetheless. I also went to the Alps on holidays, and I got depressed once again. It's all I do this year. I'm sorry. I didn't feel as, happy and free in the mountains, which is usually something you feel while there. But it was about to change when we went away down south in land of beaches, and the seaside atmosphere was really good to help me feel better, and we were with some friends of my dad along with their children, so we had some company outside of my parents and my sister. I also randomly met Alexander again while I was there, which was funny, and we talked a bit, and I told him I was talking with Vanna and that the relationship was going well. And after that I finished The Boys, and we went back home because we were done with the summer holidays. All I did for a week was catch up on the new TDS content, which was added throughout the summer, and I missed. I feel like it made the game worse, to be honest, and this is where my opinion in TDS slowly started to decline. But it was alright since we started playing a Doors ripoff at the time, called Pressure. I don't know if you guys ever heard about it, but it's a small game similar to Doors. The game is really good. I don't know why nobody has ever heard of it, but I decided to make a video about it, and it did alright. It got me to over 1,000 subscribers. Reaching that goal didn't feel as rewarding as I thought it would, because I kinda gave up on YouTube a year ago when I announced I quit YouTube. But reaching it was still nice, and it's also the month of September, so you know what that means. This means that school starts once again, and this time I got a new class. The most interesting guy in the class is probably Consultant. He acts like the biggest autistic person, and he loves the Paris Olympics since that was a thing this year, and he keeps playing the anthem in the hallways. I don't know, he's very autistic, but it's very funny. But outside of that, I didn't really know many other people in the class, which I didn't really like it at the start, but it did get better like last year. I also made a TDS video with King and Eclipse about Hidden Wave, and I also plan to do a video about Doors Floor 2 with King, but the dialogue was so boring, I didn't want to do it. Also talking about the true gamers, Turnle has been gone since August 26th. He kinda quit the internet, and he hasn't really made an official comeback since then, and he probably won't, because at first, me and the two gamers were disappointed, and we wanted him to come back because it's not fun without him. But I realized it was probably for the best. It was probably best for him to stay away from the internet since it kind of got pretty bad and boring. And it also inspired me a bit, since after TDS horrendous excuse of a Halloween event, I kind of stopped being online frequently. Got busy IRL and hanging out with friends that I started to realize I didn't like the internet all that much anymore. Also kind of made me think that the past 5 years of my life were wasted, so yeah, I did that again. But on the positive side of things, I did get back in touch with my oldest friend in early December. His name's Axel, and we're best friends back in primary school. And I only hung out with him once for now as of recording this, but we're planning to see each other more since I haven't seen him in 2 years. Also about Anna, I kind of realized I don't really have feelings for her, so I decided it was probably best for me to not be in a relationship with her, but I'm just fine staying friends with her, so that's cool, I guess. We also got a bit of a surprise on December 4th, since it was Turnle's birthday. He got back online and we played FNAF co-op with Eclipse, and it was really fun. We really had a lot of fun doing it. And I recorded it and wanted to make a video about it, which would have come out around now. But I forgot to record my mic's audio, so you only hear Turnle and Eclipse, and it looks like they're fucking schizophrenic. I'm so disappointed. I forgot to record the audio. I really feel bad I didn't do it. I'll leave a link to the footage in the description if you want to watch the whole footage. If you want to watch it, it was really fun to do. I also animated some parts for Roblox Collab, which Turnle is in, which I'll be releasing when the collab's done, but for now we'll have to wait until it's done. But I'm proud of those animations. I've never animated to that scale before, and it's pretty fun doing it. I'm not done yet, but I liked it, and I like the results. So yeah, I guess I'll just have to wait a bit to see them. And after Turnle left once again, the true gamers got really dry, and nobody's really talking right now, which is sad, because for the past year all I've done is spend my time with them. And now everybody's doing their own thing, they're playing Souls RNG now, even Eclipse, which is really sad in my opinion. But it's also funny since I literally predicted back in February of this year that the two gamers would go offline. So yeah, that's something, I guess. Now I want to talk about Roblox a bit. I don't like the current state of Roblox right now, and it's no stranger to anyone. Roblox right now is very dry, it's very shit, a lot of cash grabs, RNG games, whatever. Roblox is not doing good events, it's losing its identity, all that shit. And it did get me bored a year ago back in August, and I got depressed because of it, because it was my main occupation. But the true gamers, they kind of cheer me up, and I felt better afterwards. But now that they're gone, it's not really the same. And honestly, I really want to quit, honestly. And I think I'll do that, because I'm just so tired of the bullshit that's on Roblox now. So I'm gonna try to leave Roblox next year, 2025. So yeah, new year, new me. So that means that on YouTube I'm probably not gonna upload anything else after this video. So yeah, this video is kind of a goodbye one, and the only thing I'll upload after this video are my SSRC parts, and that's probably all that's gonna be posted here. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole year. It really was a roller coaster year, one where I learned to appreciate school and my class much more, and one where I realized spending your journeys on your computer and the internet isn't really ideal. So yeah, I hope you all had a great year, And as for 2025, I will try to stray away from the internet. And it was fun being part of it, but everything has to come to an end at some point. So yeah, on these cheesy lines, this is probably the last time you'll hear me, so yeah. Hope you enjoyed the ride. And now, it's time for me to enjoy mine. See ya.